Today's Friday. Welcome to your Pocket News, where we're talking about blue carpets, radio beats, and the sexualisation of women. So let's go. Lisbon yesterday, Brussels today. Who knows where tomorrow? That's the jet-setting life of the heads of our member states. Welcomed on not quite a red, but a blue carpet and a blue sky, Zapatero, Sarkozy, Bertie, Merkel all arrived at about midday yesterday in Lisbon. Yesterday's ceremony almost resembled the Oscars due to the fancy monastery where it was held, that was decorated in multicoloured lights on a blue facade. President of the European Council, José Sócrates, opened the ceremony welcoming Barroso, Pottering, and thanking Angela Merkel for her efforts. Insisting his will for a strong Europe, he concluded that he hoped the day would go down in history. Moving from Portugal over to its Mediterranean neighbour, Italy. La vita bella is what we think when we think of Roma, pizza, romanticism, and Italian wine. However, stats released this week might hint us to change our opinion. A new poll has just shown that despite what we may think, the Italians are the least content in Western Europe. Their internet use and commerce is the worst in Europe. Spain is economically leaping ahead of them. 70% of young people between the age of 20 and 30 are still living at home. Small and family-run businesses are struggling with the globalised economy under pressure from low-wage competition from China. The info stems from the University of Cambridge. If you're Italian and you'd rather refute it, please do tell me. Whoever said video killed the radio star? Radio is just as vibrant as ever. And looks like European radio, like EU Radio Nantes, is on the rise. The European Commission confirmed this week that they will fund 16 radio stations in 13 member states. Known as the European Radio Plan, it will start broadcasting next year, covering European events in 5 different languages: English, French, German, Spanish and Polish. The aim is that by 2012 it will broadcast in 23 languages. So if you don't get a job with EU Radio Nantes, watch this space. If I was planning on flying to London this weekend, if I got a good bargain on a flight, I wouldn't even hesitate about whether or not to buy it. I don't think the image of a Photoshop-enhanced naked man would have much effect over my decision. Well, we all know Ryanair is cheap, but the latter carries 2 meanings. And now Ryanair is standing out for being cheap in the negative sense. They've just published their 2008 calendar that boasts a tacky takeoff of Playboy. Air hostesses wearing nothing but life jackets and clinging on to the cockpit. I'm sure you've caught a glimpse. And although they did it in goodwill and for a charity, Spain, who's normally known for being quite liberal, is not very happy. In fact, the Women's Institute of Spain is raging and ready to have very strong words with both Michael O'Leary and the EU. Is it just a bit of fun, or should the EU protect us? And finally, it's the second last weekend before Christmas, a time that brings out our material side. I bet you're hitting the town tomorrow to go Christmas shopping. I am, but due to a low budget, it will just be window shopping for me and the soaking up of the Christmas atmosphere. But if I was rich, what would I buy? Well, I can now release some confirmation on what the rich will be buying as we approach Christmas. The elite Traveller magazine has just released a study with their top gifts of this Christmas. And although under my tree I'm sure I will find the usual delights like CDs, perfumes and jeans, the elite will be indulging in private yachts that start at the price of €500,000, keys to brand new cars worth €190,000, and dressing gowns priced at €50,000. The list goes on. What would you buy if you were rich? Well, that's all for today, and in fact this week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it, and I'll see you on Monday in Euro Pocket News. Bye.